I've been doing Dr. Joe Dispenza's meditations, and the one I did today was called Breaking the Habit of Being You. And there were two different ones. There was one that's water, and there was a different one. I did the water one. It was 1 hour and 10 minutes. And I'm just going to start because I write a reflection. I'm just going to kind of read it for you. So the first part says, I keep hearing it's not enough to think differently. That's what I got out. The meditation was, he kind of gives like an introduction before, and the meditation was us being aware of parts of our body, getting really connected to ourself, and then focused on the space around you. And what that does, he's a scientist. He does like tests on meditation and how it changes your brain and body. But basically, it puts you from beta into alpha, and that helps you like basically be able to do like manifestation work because you're in such a place of connection and expansion. And I've realized that's like a focus in a lot of his meditations. It's expanding as wide as you can and contracting too. And actually, I do this in my hypnosis because when I move you into the hypnotic state, we are expanding our awareness in the biggest way, right? So we focused on, basically we were supposed to see ourselves in the room that we were in. And I actually did this sitting up. I really don't like doing meditation sitting up. I like laying down. It makes me feel more relaxed and I can get fully into it. I also have like a really bad lower back, so maybe I just need like a good like meditation like chair that like can fill that lower part of my back so I don't have such like heaviness back there. But we were supposed to focus on us sitting there, which it kind of annoyed me because like he went through it like we were standing, because we were supposed to watch the water rise up and fill all the way. And but we were sitting, so it was like I'm seeing myself sitting, but he's talking about going through like the abdominal parts, like how water would come up when you're standing, like it would go to the knees, then the thighs, and but I'm sitting, so when water comes up, it's like the knees, but it already hits all of the abdomen area and then goes right up to the stomach. Okay, so that was like a little thing that was like taking me outside of it, but then I kept being like, you just gotta like try to push those away. I was kind of like here still because I was focused on the room, but also like I was getting like thoughts of this and thoughts of that. And it's so funny because the first time I did these meditations, I was so in it for an hour and something. And now it's like I'm seeing my practice as like that was like my gift, I got the gift of being shown that experience of meditation and how deep I can connect and how I can like receive all those downloads of the new earth and stuff. But now I'm like in the practice where it's like, okay, that I showed you that. I showed you what you can have. Now we're going to work up to that. And so I am getting like things here and there. I honestly need to be more consistent. I think when I get to Hawaii, I'm going to have way more time to do the hour meditations, but some days I don't have time to do them every morning. And I like to like do my morning routine and then go right into meditation. So I don't have like the thoughts of the world coming into my mind. So anyway, today I did my morning routine and then I went right into it. I usually like will eat and stuff. I didn't even like go outside my room. I just like put my headphones on it and got under. So we're focused on the water. It's warm water filling up the room, and it slowly, slowly, slowly fills up. And as it's like it's on my legs, I could see myself like I was picturing myself sitting down. I could see myself like my legs kind of like moving in the water. I could feel the heaviness of the water. And then as it moved up, like my arms, I could see my arms like swaying in the water. And then when I was underwater, you think that you wouldn't be able to breathe underwater, right? And your brain would be like, why am I underwater? But you're like relaxed in the underwater. And then we come to, and that's where you get into that visualization, and that's what takes you under. That's what I do in my hypnosis sessions, where I take you under into these past lives, so you get that visual and that experience, and then we get to a place where we can do the work, right? So then we get to a place where we were having to see ourself and what things that we needed to release to be the best version of ourselves. And there's something that I've noticed, recognized in myself in the last like few months, is my lack of confidence. I am an extrovert, but then there's times when I get intimidated and I allow the external experience to dim my flame. And I and so it's like fear sets in when I get triggered. It can be really confident people, really rich people, authoritative people, people that I deem like not better than me, but outside of my, like maybe in like a different social circle or something, someone that I deem that is better than me, which is so stupid because I don't even believe that any people are better, but better in these ways that are better than how I am, or certain experiences, I will retract, and I won't keep stepping in my light. And so that was one thing, my fear, and it led to the confidence thing. So we had to see that, and we had to do that work on like, what is it, where is it bringing us to, and then the next place of seeing ourselves in the biggest, best way, without, if that thing wasn't a problem, how would we be? And I saw myself on stage giving a presentation in a arena with a bunch of people. And what was really beautiful is my soulmate lover was sitting right in the front stands. Anyway, I saw myself just like, I was like talking on my thing, and I was just like sharing the message to the people who came for me to see my message because they thought I was better. I had the thing that they were missing. I was the version of themselves that they wanted to be. And then like I got off stage at one point, and I saw myself like hugging people in the audience and talking to them. And I've always not liked, I love deep, somebody that I can really connect with, because we could just get deep right there. That's me. Like, I have really solid friendships that I've had for the last 20 years. I don't do well with like highs and buys and like people that I'm meeting like just in a day. That's really hard for me. I never really liked it because I was like, what's the point? And like, I just don't like, how are you? What are you up to? When like, I don't care about that kind of stuff. Like, I want to know like what happened to you. But those aren't conversations for everybody. And anyway, so he made us look at see ourselves, and then we would be ourselves, and then we would say change, and then we would flip, and it was doing that. And I do that in my sessions too. I do a thing where I set up you and your higher self, and we look at the differences, but I'm going to use this in my hypnosis meditation. It was really good. So he's like, the first time I'm going to say change, the second time we're going to say change together, and then the third time you're going to say it. And so the first time I heard him say change, and I literally just shifted into the best version of me. And then the second time he's like, okay, you're you. And then we say shift together or change together. And then the third time, and I said change, and it was me. And then once you see yourself, see that version of you, you realize the difference is not that much, right? Because if you can see yourself and create that version of you as the better version of yourself, you already know what the difference is, right? You just gotta like do some little assessment. So let's look at my thing. I keep hearing it's not enough to think differently. I become the person you want to be. Okay. I'll say it, I don't know why I switched to you and I've become the person that I want to be that is better. Okay, it keeps saying, I'm just going to read it. Become the person you want to be that is better than your current version. So become the person that you want to be that is better than your two. That was supposed to be two. To become the person you want to be that is better than your current version, you must practice and do and move differently. It takes effort to change, and it's not easy. Well, it is, but it's consistent effort. So it's funny because I do see change and moving differently it is a lot of effort. It's not effort, it's a shift in mind, you know? I think that's where it is. It's in the mind. So, but we're trying to hand tackle our mind. We're trying to hone our mind. We're trying to be connected in our mind so we can shift easily. So change is easy once you change, right? You're like, oh, duh, that was how did it take me so long? Um, but it isn't easy, right? Or else everybody would be different and changed and the better version of themselves if they wanted to. Well, it is, but it's consistent effort. During this meditation, we were letting go of ourself and visualizing a life bigger and better than us. First thing that came to mind to let go it was fear, especially when dealing with people, and my confidence, feeling secure when talking to secure people. Yeah, so it's like I've always I am an authentic person. I do live authentically in certain situations, but not every situation that I am in is getting the authentic version of me. This is more reflection. So, and so I am a secure person, but when I talk to people who are secure, why does fear set in? And it diminishes the security that I have in myself. I've just been used to that version of me for so long, and now I'm shifting. So it's like, you know, being able to connect with anyone, even people I have deemed better than me or more confident with than me, or people with more money. I tend to shrink myself when I don't feel better than somebody. I don't need to, because I am confident and amazing and one of the best. The new version of me, the me that is me. I saw myself on stage teaching, and I was giving a lecture on stage with an audience. And after that speech, I saw myself confidently talking to everyone after. Like I was like becoming friends. And you know what? I've been practicing that in my waking life with my new like friend group too, is like really making connections with everybody. And I didn't do that when I first started hanging out with them. Like a couple times I hung out, I was like in the corner. Or I'd like bring somebody else and we'd like both be in the corner. And like I didn't like introduce myself to everybody. I just like they're like, who is that? So like the third or fourth time I showed up, they're like, who are you? I was like, do you know me? They're like, no. I was like, I'm Starr. I've been here like for the last like four different group things. And then the last time I saw them, everybody, I went up to every single person. Okay. Anyway, after the speech, I saw myself confidently talking to everybody after. People were happy to see me. These people saw me as somebody amazing. I felt confident, but there was heart there, not cocky, but serene like and happy. My partner was in the front row. Once I said change during the meditation, I became that me, the version of me that shines. I created this me, so it is me. Okay. One thing I just like that came into my mind is that you can, if you do a little meditation, just connect to your inner self and draw a word out, a word, and that will that could be your word. You don't have to say change. You can use whatever word you want. You just like what word comes to you, like spark. I don't know, that just came to my mind. So it's like whenever I'm, feeling like I'm that older version of myself, I could just say spark and then allow myself to step into that and then move that way. We're trying to create more time in the place where we are the best version of ourselves, doing all the things that we want to do, and less time in the places where we are run by fear and diminishment and addiction, and the place where we have been and not the place where we're going. So I hope you loved that, and I appreciate you being here and listening to this. I am so thankful for you, and blessings to your day.